Bukayo Saka has become one of the best wingers in the Premier League. Some people think he rose to stardom too easily, but his story has been one of grit, flair, raw talent and technical brilliance. In this video, we'll tell you about the enigma of this 21-year-old and how he's risen from academy graduate to global superstar in 5 years. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. Let's get right into it. If you're just hopping on the Saka bandwagon, you probably not know he's been playing elite football for 5 years now, and he's only 21 years old. Saka has been with Arsenal since he was 7, and he's followed the trajectory of almost every normal Arsenal academy player. His early years at the Gunners Academy was without fuss, and Saka was an important player for his team. In his first season, Saka made his debut for Arsenal against the Ukrainian side and had just 4 appearances all season. That's common for a young player getting introduced into the first team. In the next season, Arsenal was trying to rebuild their squad after the disaster with Unai Emery, and Saka had the perfect chance to stake his claim with the first team. As Mikel Arteta took over the managerial position at Arsenal, they suffered multiple injuries, and Saka enjoyed a fresh vein of appearances in the team at just 17 years old. In his early first team days, Saka played in the left-back position, which he gratefully relished. Playing in the left-back position really helped Saka become a well-rounded player who could help out in attack and defence. Saka has steadily improved his game each day and has become an essential player for Arsenal's first team. This is clear to see with the numbers he's putting up in the Premier League alone. This season alone, he's had over 22 goal contributions already, and he still has about 8 games to play this season. Now, Saka is not just a regular attacking gem, but he's emerged as the leader of Arsenal's new attacking force. In statistics, he's already emerging in the top list of players like De Bruyne and Rashford regarding goal contributions. Not only is Saka putting in world-class numbers, but he also always taking the initiative to put his team ahead. In Europe's top 5 league, Saka ranks second only to Lionel Messi in a deadlock-breaking goal contributions. During his time as a footballer, not everything's been rosy for the young superstar. The Euro 2020 penalty miss comes to mind. We can only imagine how heartbreaking missing penalty shootout could be for the 20-year-old, and it is even more difficult to bounce back from when he faced series of social media slanders for his penalty miss. But he's bounced back from this situation impressively, having the best season of his career yet. Saka is not only a great player, but a truly wonderful human. People close to him have applauded how cultured he is and how intentional he is about improving his overall game and treating people with respect. The way he talks to people, the way he relates, it is clear that he was brought up that way. Ranked as the 3rd best under-21 player in the world, Saka's transfer fee has also skyrocketed, and he is currently in the top 10 of most expensive players in football. And what's clear with Saka is that this is just the beginning for the young player. Despite all the media attention he's been getting, Saka has remained grounded. The guy's down-to-earth nature has helped him integrate himself with the fans and the media perfectly. And with the right people around him, we can be sure that Saka would remain that way and his head will remain in the right place. You may have noticed by now that we still have to highlight more than Saka's football quality. One thing that's made Saka stand out from the other players is how he takes care of himself. Saka's impeccable injury record makes him the best dream player for any manager. For the first time in 485 days, Saka was on the bench for an Arsenal game on the 1st of April against Leeds. When called upon in the second half, Saka dusted himself and was ready to come back on. How's that for reliability? It's time to dive into what makes Saka an insane player for any manager. Saka has the two best qualities every forward player should have: the ability to take players on and an attacker's instinct in front of goal. Most top players can even have one of these and are described as top players. For example, Antony in Manchester United is great in one-on-one situations, but doesn't quite have the killer instinct in front of goal, while Rodrigo is a serial finisher, but does not do the dribbling side of things so often. But Saka combines these two qualities, putting him in an elite class of attackers. In the build-up, Saka stays wide, where he can isolate defenders and create shooting opportunities by cutting inside. But when he's double marked, Saka does not hesitate to exchange passes with other players and keep his position mobile at all time. When he offloads his passes to other attackers like Odegaard, then he runs into space waiting for the return ball. In tight spaces, Saka is a smooth operator as he eases past defenders to create goal-scoring opportunities. Saka is also great at receiving the ball on a swivel and releasing precise shots past the goalkeepers. For an example, in the goal against Everton, he receives the ball on the turn and generates excellent power to beat Pickford in the near post. Here is the goal against Crystal Palace. And here is the goal against Manchester United in the Premier League. Saka is also adept at shooting from range, in tight corners, or even snapshots. What makes Saka a nightmare to play against is that defenders aren't sure what he could do next. Saka also makes up his mind quite quickly when he gets in front of goal, and at this point, Saka seems like a player with an array of strengths and zero weaknesses. He has a whole career ahead of him, and if he continues with this trajectory, he'd be absolutely unplayable against any football player. Friends, how good do you think Saka would become, and do you think he could one day challenge for a Ballon d'Or? While you work that out, check out why Napoli has become Europe's most feared team in this video, and subscribe so you get the first ring once we have a new video. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.